Hey there YouTube, California Prepper. Well, here is a video talking about knife preferences. Now this is a big one that has been talked about over and over again, and I've decided to give you guys a little bit of my opinion on it. This is the tip up versus tip down discussion, and in my opinion, both have their pros, both have their cons. Really for tip, well, let's stick to what I have in the notes. First off, I myself prefer tip up carry. Now, one of the reasons I prefer tip up so much is when you're pulling out of the pocket with tip up. As you can see, this is the tip up Tenacious. When you pull it out of the pocket, just like so, you cannot automatically flip her out, no problem, no readjustment, no anything. Now, the same Tenacious, well, sort of, it's a Tenacious, and this is tipped down. Now, when you pull out of your pocket, that just don't even go there, guys. Now, when you pull it out of your pocket, you have to readjust and then flip it out. Now, same thing goes for assisted knives. Here we have two cryos. The only difference, aside from finish, is one is tip up and one is tip down. So here is tip down. You pull it out, have to readjust it to use it. Now with the tip up, you can just pull it out, finger already on the trigger, ready to go. Now that is one of the biggest things that I've noticed, other than if you are carrying in a tip up fashion. As you can see, this is where most of the weight is in the knife. This is where you have the pivot, this is where you have, the action, this is where you have everything. So this is a lot heavier than the tail end. So when you're sitting there and tip down, you have this at the very top of your pocket instead of it being rested at the bottom where it should be. So that's one thing I've noticed. Another thing I've noticed with knives with thumb studs, a lot of the times sorry guys, in tip up, when you pull them out of your pocket, you can actually use the thumb stud as sort of a wave feature. Quite a few of my knives, if I pull them out the right way, the thumb studs catch perfectly and it waves them out. So that's pretty cool. Another thing, if you have a wave feature, I'm not sure if you can use it if it is if it's in a tip down fashion. I mean, it would. I'm not sure how that would work, so I'm pretty sure that those are only made for tip up carry. Now, one of the things that I've noticed that I don't like about tip up carry, even with higher end quality knives, I was actually carrying my ZT560 back when I had it, and I just oiled her up. She was so smooth, and I stuck my finger in my pocket to grab something underneath, and it had made its way out just a little bit, and I caught my finger and sliced it up bad. A couple other knives I've noticed, fit and finish this isn't so well, and sometimes you can catch your finger on the tip of the blade, and that doesn't feel very well. So when you have it in a tip down fashion, you don't have to really worry about that. But if your knife is built right, the way it should be, and it doesn't have a horrible detent on it, and fit and finish is right, you shouldn't have to worry about that. But that's something that I've noticed and encountered myself. Other than that, hot spots with the pocket clip being in a different place when you're using it in a tip up fashion. It sits back here, your finger goes perfectly there for to bust that on that trigger. The other way, it does, it sits okay, but it does have that hot spot up here in your grip. So that is something to think about. Even my wife you know, I asked her what her preference was, and she prefers it tip up as well because she doesn't like the pocket clip being hindering her grip, I guess. Let's see, it's the same here for a knife without the assisted feature or flipper. Just because it has a spider hole doesn't mean that it isn't going to cause hot spots and discomfort in your hand and stuff like that. So just something to think about, guys. And let's see, anything else I have on this list I didn't talk about? Readjustment, the bulkiness being on the top of your pocket, catching your fingers, wave features, and thumb studs. So that's it, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you guys have anything you think I've missed or something you'd like to discuss, leave it down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. That's it. California Prepper, I'm out of here.